Hey everybody, it's me, Stefano. I'm going to give you guys a quick sales training. I want to do two things in this call. I'm going to teach you all the essentials of Builderall and how you can start promoting it once again. And then I'm going to go and start by showing you my screen. And that second thing is going to be any questions you guys have. So make sure you send me any questions you have. And then I'm going to answer them appropriately and quickly, efficiently. And this is going to be really off the cuff, a little bit unprofessional, real casual. So you guys need to listen up, take notes, and make sure you prep your questions. This is meant for you guys. This is meant to help you guys. I'm going to do everything I possibly can to explain it. And essentially, you need to know a few things to be able to sell Builderall. For you guys who are in the group chat, you guys probably already saw Saeed. You know he's killing it. So I'm actually going to demonstrate you the strategy I've been using that he helped me put together. And then I'm going to follow it up with taking you through the guide and really getting you to understand how you can take this and start making sales. So I'm going to show you the big plan in general, and then I'm going to show you this big plan essentially is going to be the guide. So you guys have customers no matter what. And then I'm going to share my screen with you, explain what Builderall is, how you can promote it, why you should promote it, and then end it with that. Because I want to let you guys know that it's really simple to promote it. The reasons to promote it are essentially it's affiliate program, which is one of the best out there. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. And then two is since it is growing, it is new, and it's only 1/4 the cost of ClickFunnels, which is $200 a month. Builderall has everything and more for $50. That's another big reason why you need to promote it. And on top of that, just some general tips for what to say, what to look out for when trying to close new people. It doesn't matter if they're on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. It doesn't really matter. If they're following you, then you have a chance to close. We'd like to say here at Young Entrepreneurs that unless they tell you no directly, then they're a possible lead. So that means you're going to keep them in your personal funnel, and I'm going to explain how you're going to do that. The way I'm doing is using Instagram. So I'm going hard, posting most of the day, on my story, which is very underutilized. So anyone who has a story, there's a good chance they're going to click on you. When you're sharing your IG post, you want to tag the people. I like to tag up to 15 people at a time because that way it gets their attention, because not many people get tagged directly. And that works better than a DM because you can DM anybody, but generally only close friends would use the tag. But if you're tagging them, that signals like, oh, this is a real person. He's actually communicating with me one-on-one. So making sure using IG, I'm going to be using it. So if you guys are trying to do that, then you guys ought to utilize what I've learned so far, what I'm experimenting with, and experiment yourself. And we can start to form a more tight-knit community here. I want to be one of the first leaders to really make my affiliates like a part of my crew. So like your guys are with me. If you're with Saeed, you're with Saeed, and we have different teaching styles. Saeed's really bam, bam, bam. I'm bam, bam, bam too. I just like to be a little bit more casual, interpersonal. I like to get to know you guys and what your goals are and help you guys accomplish that in the best possible way. So what I plan to do is make this more like a video series instead of just one call, because I want you guys to get the best knowledge out of this. So I'm going to send this to you and this for a second. I'm going to explain. So since I changed my mind, just kind of like that, I'm going to make this into a video series. I want to really find out who are dedicated individuals. I want this to be a team. I want this to be a tight-knit team. I want us to be sharing results pretty much like we do in the group chat, but this is going to be team Stefano. If anything, we can come up with a group name, doesn't matter. We are here to promote Builderall. That's first and foremost. If you're trying to promote something else, you can't be part of the team. I'm sorry, but that's where I draw a line. You got to have boundaries if you're going to be successful. Don't forget, I'm going to be motivating you guys every single day. So I guess it's turned more into a program to find the best people that I've already talked to make sure you guys are growing every day. And like I said, I'm going to work around the clock to work with you guys to make sure you're getting success, even if you have the busiest schedule. Listen, I have a pretty busy schedule too. I'm not working a full-time job, but I'm working 2 part-time jobs and university. So technically that adds up to more than a full-time job. And taking care of my family, my little sister, I'm a big, I do a lot around the house. So there's that too. I got payments, I got bills to take care of, I got finances to watch. I got stuff on my plate too. So there really is there's absolutely zero excuse with the amount of resources we're giving you for you to fail. If you guys are failing and you guys are taking advantage of asking me, asking Saeed, all the other leaders who have shown you success, then you shouldn't be a part of our crew. If you're trying to look for a get rich quick scheme, that's not going to happen here. We're here to really build a team. We were trying to build a movement. And yeah, in that movement, you're going to see a lot of success. You're going to see results, people getting their first couple sales in the first week. You're going to see people getting up to 20 sales in the first month, which is crazy. That's crazy good results. You're not getting that with ClickFunnels anymore, $200 a month. Not too much going on with that. Despite it being $1 billion business, Builderall is on the rise. It's going to be that too. And since you guys are in early in this first experimental test group, I like to call it, then you guys are going to be getting the cutting edge, the most effective training essentially from me. You're going to get me, my time one-on-one. I'm going to be pushing you. I'm going to be demanding things from you. I have expectations that I'm saying them higher and higher each day because I want to expect the best out of myself. And hopefully you guys want the best out of yourselves. But that's going to involve a lot of work. You got to push yourself. It's going to be uncomfortable sometimes. Hey, that's just part of being a business manager, being a young entrepreneur. Even if you're an old entrepreneur, it doesn't matter. You guys should be seeing even more success because you guys got more resources to work with. So, like I said, I'm going to cut this into a multi-part series. Sorry, this wasn't as informational as detail oriented as you guys might expect it to be, but that's all right, because if you're part of the crew, then you guys are going to get more than enough details to be successful. So consider this like indoctrination. Consider this as a real commitment to make, like you would commit to a sport. If you are a basketball player and you want to get really good at basketball, let's say you're trying to get into the NBA, you have to be the best at basketball. And I'm not comparing entrepreneurs to the NBA, but you have to train, right? You have to train consistently to get better. You have to set goals and you have to hit them. You got to raise your standards. If you want to hit a certain amount of free throws within a season, well, you better be hitting a whole bunch of free throws every single day you're training. So again, we're going to be training, we're going to be pushing, we're going to be learning collectively. And I want this to be a really successful group. So anyone who I see slacking off, not really paying attention, doesn't really care, you guys are out. As simple as that. We're going to push it out. We want the best people here. And there's a big difference between being lazy and not making any progress. Well, okay, there's a big difference between being lazy, not doing anything, and making progress. Just because you're not seeing results, like you're not making 20 sales every month, that doesn't matter. I don't care about that. I want to see you progress. I wanted you to go from 0 to at least 1 a month. That's a progression. And then it won't take too many more steps to get up to 5 a month, 7 a month, 9 a month. And then you hit those double digits, 10, 12, and you let it grow. You grow up from that point forward. You want to be able to become successful. You want to be successful yourself. You don't want me just to be successful. I want you guys to be successful, but I can't want it more than you want it for yourself. All right. So like I said, this is going to be a crew. We're going to work together, and whoever's the best, you're going to be getting the most time with me one-on-one. Of course, don't let that discourage you. I'm going to give everybody one-on-one time. And I just really want to make a killer group here. No filters, guys. We're keeping it real casual. We're all here for a common goal. That means to promote Builderall, get rich, and just do the best we can. We're going to learn how to do proper marketing. Of course, it's a journey. We're going to be filming it. So what Gary Vaynerchuk said recently was you want to be documenting, not creating. So you don't need to waste any time. Like, oh, Stefano, how do you keep up with these stories? How do you post all the time? Well, I'm not really thinking of it as creating stuff. I'm just recording what I'm doing in life and sharing it en masse. That's what you should be doing now. And don't worry if you're not successful, if you're not making 20 sales a month. You don't have to be showing that. You just got to show what your life is. Saeed's life is different from yours. Alvaro's life is different from yours. John's, Bruno's, they're different from yours. Show me what makes you different. Show me what makes you stand out. I want to see that as a viewer, as a content consumer. If I'm looking through Instagram and I see 20 people post the same thing, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna keep scrolling. But if I see something that's different, that catches my eye, that stands out, that's flashy, it doesn't matter. Be creative. This is your chance to get, to open yourselves up to express your own ideas, your own values, your own opinions. And guess what? There's billions of people out there. So I'm sure a few of them are going to take the chance to follow you. And don't get discouraged. You need to be consistent. You need to set goals. We need to look one-on-one, like see, okay, if you've been doing something for a month and none of it working, well, there's a good chance that you're just doing the wrong thing. Maybe you got to change something up. Like maybe you should call people in a different way. Maybe you should hit them up on Instagram differently. Maybe you're not responding to them fast enough. Maybe you are not posting enough. Maybe you just seem a little bit too robotic. You're not being as interpersonal as you should be. And that, those are problems that can be solved. Those are problems. Therefore, they must have a solution. And we're going to find as many solutions to your problems as humanly possible. Like I said, this is going to be a really cool, mastermind group within the mastermind group. I'm trying to use this as a way to build my personal brand on your entrepreneurs, to like carve out my little niche, because at the end of the day, you want to be individualized. You could say you're an entrepreneur, but what does that mean? What does that mean for you? What are you bringing to the table? What makes you different? And then again, even if everyone's on YouTube, Instagram, it doesn't matter, because they're different personalities, there are different interests, there are different hobbies, there's different expectations, there's different level of success. If you're cool with just making 10 sales a month, great. What are you doing on your free time? That's going to make you a personal brand. If you're, just really, you want to go to 20 to 30 to 50 to 100 sales a month, well, then show that, like, show yourself working like all those 8, 10, 12-hour days, cutting sleep. Or if you want to sleep in, show you like, oh, I woke up, but I feel good. Like I'm happy with what I'm getting. People are interested in that too. People are just interested in the journey. They want to see you improve. They want to see you get better as a person. They want to see that. And then the funny thing is, like, as you're sharing that, even though you're not at where you want to be yet, you're still doing more than who knows how many people. So that is something you got to take pride in, every single little micro win. If any of you guys are experienced weightlifters, you know that every time you go to a gym and get a little stronger, like you lift that 5 extra pounds of 1 extra rep, that's like so small of a difference. But if you don't appreciate those differences, then you're not going to let them accumulate. And that accumulation of micro changes and micro improvements, that's what's going to get you to that next level. That's what's going to hit, that going to break that barrier for you. And then, yeah, maybe you start making hundreds of dollars every single month. Maybe you start hitting $1,000. But let's focus on hitting $5. Like for Builderall case, let's focus on hitting just one sale. Let's focus on one person. Let's close them. Let's make sure they can sell out people. Let's make sure they know how to close new clients, know how to answer their questions, learn how to record a video on Zoom, share it through either text on their phone or how to use it on their laptop if they prefer that better. Whatever it is, this is what that crew is here for. We're all here to help each other, and we're here to be even more responsive than just the general root in the group chat. I love it. It's awesome. But again, that's just that's the brand's group chat, and we should bring more personality. Personality is going to make that group chat even more great than it is now. You think that's the end? It's not. Just the fact that we made this personal to begin with, that's great. But there's a lot more now that we have a whole bunch of people in there. People want to see different people. They want to. We're going to make like a Facebook on this Young Entrepreneurs, just WhatsApp. I'll let you guys know, like I'm gonna inform you guys like, hey, what if we move to a different platform? I'm gonna let you guys know well in advance so you can prepare for it mentally, physically, whatever, prepare your thumbs to download the next app. Like, doesn't matter. Don't be caught up in like just, oh, okay, well, what if, what this happens, what if that happens? Well, let's just change and just go through it. We're a crew. We're here for each other. We're here to help each other out. So I'm glad you guys listened in. I hope this helped a little bit. Like I said, this is just meant for people who are really committed.